6v6 has been out for some time now and I've played it a ton, and it has honestly confirmed all of my theories. What's up everyone, it's Warhorg, and I thought we could talk about 6v6 and what it means for the future of Overwatch. So as we all know, we got a 6v6 competitive mode this season, and that is amazing. I've been playing it a lot, enjoying it, and the only reason why I'm playing 5v5 sometimes is because I'm playing Freya, because she's also really fun. Anyways, I want to start with the bad stuff for 6v6 and then go over to all the good stuff, and I just want to say that there aren't a lot of bad things to say, and that's why I'm starting with that. If you have played 6v6, make sure to like the video and subscribe. So let's begin. So honestly, I only have one, or I'd say 1.5 complaints, and firstly, it's the fact that we got no changes whatsoever for the 6v6 patch. It's the exact same patch as the last 6v6 test, which can make the game, well, a bit more stale, but again, it isn't a huge issue. But I was hoping for some balance changes and not the exact same as before, as some heroes are insanely unfun to play against. Especially Zenyatta and Kiriko and maybe Sojourn as a tank player. So let's talk about the balance of 6v6, which is kinda my biggest problem. Playing 6v6 feels amazing, but what really bugs me is an issue we have had for a long time in 5v5, but in 6v6 it's much bigger, and that is support power. And specifically heroes like Baptiste, Kiriko, and Zenyatta. Starting with Baptiste, who has always dealt a lot of damage and still has Raids boss HP with all his utility, but in my experience he isn't the worst support to run into, because although he has a lot of HP and immortality, you can actually dive him, and his bursts are rather hard to hit, and without his cooldowns, which are quite long, he is easy to dive. But Zenyatta on the other hand has no cooldowns, and in 6v6, Discord Orb has no cooldown. And hear me out, because older Overwatch players might disagree, and this is my hot take, but Zenyatta is not a glass cannon anymore. He used to be a low HP, easy to dive glass cannon, but now he's just, well, a glass cannon without the glass. He deals insane amounts of damage and has 250 HP, where most of his HP are shield, and his kick is one of the most annoying passives in the game. Not only is there no cooldown on his kick, but with his snap kick perk, you fly to a different zip code every time he kicks you, and that is really annoying for close range hero, because you can't get fucking close, because if you get a tad bit too close, he'll just boop you away. And to be fair, this isn't really annoying in 5v5, because he is mostly an easy kill if he's alone, but in 6v6 there is one whole extra player to defend him, and if you've played Overwatch 1, you know the off tank usually peels for supports. So a support who doesn't need peeling anymore gets peel, which makes him really hard to kill, for example if a diva comes in to help. I'm getting heated up here, but you get the point. Zenyatta is balanced quite well into 5v5 formats, as all of the other supports, but he isn't rebalanced into 6v6. And I'm going to be honest, when I'm playing with my friends, we have a lot of success just getting me as a DPS player to play Zen and run triple support. And yeah, we all know how awful triple support is. I get it though, I sound very harsh, but I don't want to be very harsh on Blizzard. We have gotten everything we asked for. Competitive 6v6, we're getting map votes and hero bans too, which is amazing, and some really cool new heroes like Aqua and Freya, who I am very salty for, because we have 2 Swedish heroes, 1 Danish, and now no Norwegian. Come on Blizzard, we all know which Scandinavian country is the best one. They're scared. Blizzard, you're scared. Anyways, yeah, they are transparent now compared to before, and that's great. Now, on to being mean again. I still want to rant about Kiriko before we go into what I love about 6v6, which is, I think what I like about 6v6 is going to be shorter, because there isn't a lot of depth to everything that's good about 6v6. So Kiriko is a prime example of a hero designed for 5v5. She has an insanely good kit, and again, doesn't really fit into 6v6 with her crazy damage and easy to get out of abilities. And what's really hard about Kiriko is that she is one of the heroes I have no idea how to balance. Especially not Suzu, but Suzu isn't really the annoying or OP part about her. It's mainly her damage and get out abilities that's annoying. At this point, maybe we should just get back CC into the game, I don't know. Anyways, I'm done ranting now because that's really everything that's bad about 6v6. And now I know I spent a lot of time talking about the bad stuff, but trust me, the good things about 6v6 far outweighs the bad things. So let's start with something I didn't really think about until I heard someone else talk about it. And I don't remember who it was, but it's OpenQ. So, after Marvel Rivals was released, a lot of people started glazing OpenQ, and I'll be real with you, standard OpenQ fucking sucks. But this version, with small limitations, is quite good. And I kinda hope we get to play more on the mid 1 max 3 OpenQ mode, because in my opinion, that is the best queue for 6v6. Mid 1 max 3 or OpenQ creates a lot of creativity for players to make new and funny combos, while also eliminating queue times. So 6v6's biggest problems was queue times, and we literally fixed the biggest problem 6v6 had. So now it's all up to hero balance if 6v6 will be a good mode, and with the current balance theme, it seems it won't be an issue. After making a limited OpenQ, I see no reason to stay in 5v5, because 6v6 competitive has proved to me that it's just more fun. So that's another thing, 6v6 is straight up more fun, and let me tell you why. Firstly, we get more sweet dopamine from getting a 6-man kill than 5. And let me be real, killing 5 people in 5v5 is harder than killing 6 in 6v6. And let me tell you, killing a tank feels so satisfying. I mean, let me give you a perfect example. Zarya in 5v5 has 2 bubbles. So you shoot her, she bubbles, then after it runs out, you shoot her again, and she bubbles again, so 2 bubbles. Now she has no bubbles, so you try and kill her and she gets a bubble off cooldown. Because you can't really kill Zarya after only 2 bubbles, you're not able to do that in 5v5. So 3 bubbles in 1 fight, it just isn't fun because you can't kill Zarya that fast. Meanwhile, in 6v6, she has 1 bubble for herself and 1 for a teammate, and after she uses it, you can burst her down really fast and kill her if she uses it poorly. So in 6v6, you can punish people way harder for a misplay, and what is Overwatch competitive about? Or how do you win a competitive game? You punish mistakes and win. You can't punish bad use of abilities that hard in 5v5. In short terms, 6v6 has way more skill expression than 5v5 in a competitive game, and you really want skill expression to be a thing, right? Don't you agree? Basically, speaking of 6v6 right now, the only problem I have are balance. And to be honest, for example, some heroes are really strong like Zen and others feel rather weak. For example, Doomfist is a bit too squishy for a tank, but that might be a skill issue. If you enjoy 6v6, make sure to like the video and subscribe. And I started streaming on Twitch, so check that out.